This is the power of nepotism right here. This page on its own. Everyone's doing the photography but Brooklyn Beckham in this book. I'm a photographer, and today I'm going to be reviewing Brooklyn Beckham's photography book titled What I See. It says, my photos, my words, my life. This is what I see. Spoiler alert, this entire book is just pictures of him. Selfies, bathroom selfies, profanities, posh spice. A posh spice. The book was criticized online. Some people saying it was brilliant and terrible. And don't you worry, we're going to go through every single page. That's why this is video number 3. I can't go through all this in one go. I'm going to lose I'm going to be in psychosis if I do that. So I'm going to pick up where I left off. I think I'm on chapter 3. There are chapters in this book, you guys. So this book is Brooklyn's collection of around 300 personal photographs, mostly shot by him, but it literally says, but with some shots of Brooklyn taken by others, offering a rare and intimate glimpse of the world through his eyes. The stylish and beautifully designed edition will be comprised of fan favorites, as well as new and exclusive images from his personal archive. It says each chapter tells a different story through pictures by and of Brooklyn, and each will be accompanied by captions and passages of text. What I See documents many of Brooklyn's travels around the world: California, New York, Greece, and Iceland, among other destinations, as well as life behind the scenes at home with his family. If you haven't watched my last 2 review videos on this book, I'll leave them in the description. You might want to check those out. This is part 3, so let's pick up where we last left off. I think he was at a concert or something. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He doesn't pay a mortgage. He doesn't. He never will. We're on page 34. Victoria Beckham, Posh Spice. Hi, how are you? There's a blurry photo of Kenya Airways with Victoria Beckham in the foreground. If I was making a photography book and I sent over a blurry image like this, I'm never hearing back from these people again. The book is canceled. The next page, he has pictures of babies in Kenya. The next page is of him with some graffiti in the back. It's all yellow. Let's go to the next page. What is this? They're just 2 people looking. Is that David? Are those your tattoos, David? These are pictures you take when you're bored. It's just, there's no point to these pictures. There's no effort. It's just laziness. And it's like, you know, when you have nothing else to do, you're like, oh, might as well just take a shot here. I'm like, you know, this, it looks like he was collapsed on the floor and he took this. The next page says, my friend took this picture of me in Spain pre-haircut. It's a picture of him with a really long bang, and then he's laughing. He's talking about a haircut. What I would like to see in the next page is him actually getting his haircut. See, that would work with the passages, right? With the words that you're writing in this book. Let's see. And it's not. The next page is he's looking out into the distance, and it's him. Wait. It's him in all of these 3 pictures. Wait, no, it's not. He's wearing that same backpack. At least this photo was in focus. I'm going to give him that. Well, I mean, he didn't take it, but whoever did, good job. The next page is spotlights. It's like a runaway show, Burberry show. I was lucky enough to work on the Burberry Brit campaign. The whole experience was crazy. I was really fortunate. I met so many inspiring people. Wow. So he got to work on the Burberry Brit campaign. The bar was a little low for that. So who took this of him? It just doesn't seem like he took any of these pictures. Half of these are of him. Okay, but that's enough experience for Burberry to be like, you know what, that's our guy. Let's have him shoot the campaign, please. I was born in the wrong family. The next page is him just with his uncut hair dangling in front of his face and then looking down. The caption says, my friend took this picture in LA. I think I look pretty cool. Next page is it says home, and it has a bunch of wine glasses, and it's just a shelf. And then it's a fireplace in the next page. It's a fireplace with a backsplash on it too. It looks crooked. He couldn't even be bothered to straighten this out. My biggest problem so far is that they're in chapters, but none of the chapters make sense. Like, okay, for this chapter, Kenya Airways. Then there's the pictures of the children in Kenya. And then it's just like a picture of his haircut before his haircut. Nothing is making sense. The pacing, the story of this book, there is no story. That is the problem. They try to disguise it like, oh, it's chapters of his life, but even the organization of the photos doesn't make any sense. The next page is a picture of Brooklyn with a flower crown on. It says Hawaiian night. I love this photo. I look happy. Taken at a party in LA. Weren't we just in Kenya with the kids? And now he's at a party in LA. It's a crooked flash photo, low quality. What else is there to... I don't know what else to tell you guys about that. Okay, he finally got that haircut. Alhamdulillah. Okay, I see that he has it styled now. He's no longer looking off into the ocean. The caption says, "My mom took this picture of me at dinner in London. I promise I wasn't posing." He's like, I promise I wasn't posing. You don't have to promise us anything. Don't even worry about it. Okay, just promise you're gonna pay those taxes. So Victoria Beckham took this picture, is what you want to say. Okay, you want to add in Posh Spice credit on here? Everyone's doing the photography but Brooklyn Beckham in this book. So Posh Spice photography. That's great. Okay, she's not bad. You know, I like the framing. She's probably a better photographer than her son. This should have been her book. The next page says, "This was a crazy night. Work 2497, half the air in any given space." By Martin Creed, based on other works and specially created to celebrate the first anniversary of my mom's Dover Street store in London. At the end of the night, all the balloons had to be popped for health and safety. What the hell did I just read? So someone got balloons and Martin Creed did something to celebrate Victoria Beckham's store, and then so he went into a balloon pit and took pictures, and they had to pop them at the end of this, and he decided to take pictures of that, the work by Martin Creed, the balloons. This is rich people activity. Okay, so he's in a bunch of balloons. My cats hate balloons with a passion. Even just seeing them, my cats go crazy. So I can't really have balloons in this house because I have to. It's their rules. I'm living in their house. Okay, I'm glad that he's concerned for people's health and safety. The next page says dinner. I like this picture. It's out of focus, but you can tell there's a lot going on. This picture on its own, being in a photography book, is absolutely insane. The fact that this publisher was sent this picture right here and looked at it with their eyes open and thought, you know what? Let's do a full page spread for this one. This out of focus picture of a dinner with just a dinner at night in black and white. Well, I swear. What can I say? This is the power of nepotism right here. This page on its own. Unless your mom or dad is a celebrity, don't think about taking pictures like this and getting in a photography book. Please don't. I was lucky enough to be asked to be on the cover of Dazed Korea last summer. This is a selfie behind the scenes of the shoot, which was so much fun. He definitely has experience as a model. I mean, half of this book is just pictures other people took of him. So he's been modeling since day one. So to be fair, that one does make sense. You know, him being on the cover of Dazed Korea. These photos of Cruz are two of my favorites. He's always been really musical, funny, and great to photograph. Okay, so he's next to that fireplace that we just saw on page, I think it was 40. No, not 43. The fireplace was, nope. I'm getting to it. The fireplace was on page 40, and then it made a reappearance on page 45. I took the cover of Cruz's charity Christmas song in December 2016. Kind of a cool shot. Amongst other things, he has a charity Christmas song. Well, isn't that wonderful? Elephants in Kenya. So hard to photograph, but incredible to see. Okay, and it would be nice to actually see the elephants. There's no elephant. It's just a shadow of one. Why you couldn't expose for the... I don't even care at this point. This is the page people were making fun of on Twitter. I've seen these pictures before of the elephants. Which, this is the first time the caption is actually fitting with the page. This page screams, I'm a Nepo baby, and this is my photography. Hi, look at this picture I took. Oh, wait, you can't see anything because it's out of focus. Oh, wait, you can't see anything because it's too dark because I didn't know how to properly expose. Oh, I don't use manual settings. Oh, this is my dad's camera. That's what this is. Nepotism. This whole book, nepotism. How could this be out of focus, a shot like this? I find it so hard to believe. It's far away. You have 2 subject points. Okay, if you missed the subject points, you could have at least gotten the background in focus. Not even the background is in focus. The next page is a Posh Spice holding this baby elephant's trunk. Romeo took this of me in the bath outside England in December. Not a good idea. It was bloody freezing. So he's in a bathtub with no water, with a towel on. Was he about to take a bath? And his brother's like, hey, let me take a quick photo of you in here. And his brother doing the photography. His brother got a good shot. It's good composition. The lighting looks nice. It's better than what Brooklyn's been showing us. You have competition, and it's your family. Didn't plan this photo. Romeo and I were waiting to see our little sister's ballet recital, and we bought her flowers. I took this when we were waiting outside, and I love it. So it's his brother holding flowers. He has to let us know that this was spontaneous, out of nowhere, unexpected even. Okay, so I mean his brother's a good model. His brother is giving us a look. Next page. Best photo ever. What is this? This is so creepy. What? It's a cutout of Victoria Beckham's face and someone's wearing it and they're going like this. This is the kind of picture you see in a crime documentary on Netflix. They're like, and it was the 21st of September. And the person's British, the narrator. And all was well until it wasn't. And Mary Angela got out of her house and she was feeding her chickens until suddenly she saw the eyes. What was supposed to be a regular evening for Mary Angela on the 21st of September turned into a nightmare that never ended. I was the biggest Spice Girls fan. Oh my God. Me and my sisters and our neighbor would pretend to be the Spice Girls. And they would send me on missions. Because I was the youngest one. I was the messenger. So I would have to send like notes. And we would write like, peace to the world. Spice up your life. And then we would go and put the letters in people's mailboxes around the neighborhood. Our neighbor, Miss Chopa. I miss her so much. She caught us putting the letter in because like we were looking from the bushes as she was looking at the letter and she's like, who wrote this? Looking around, and then she spotted us and we all ran for our lives. But we were Spice Girls, so we were invincible. But they never let me be Baby Spice though. I was always like one of the other Spices. Never Baby Spice. I love the Spice Girls so much. They're my entire childhood. So I love the Spice Girls. Like the shout out to the Spice Girls. The next page is another mirror selfie, some boats, and a statue. Next page says ghosts, and then he gives us these long exposure, super, super blurry photos. You know when you get a camera and you're like, let's experiment with long exposure. Let's just do something crazy. And then you do it in your basement with your friend. And then your parents start yelling at you, go to sleep. Stop. If I have to come down there one more time. This is what this is. Like you get your friends to like, oh, let's just test out my camera that my dad got me. We've upgraded from the mirror selfie. We're not in a bathroom. But now we're in the viewfinder of a film camera. It looks like okay. It's a Pentax camera. So he's taking a picture of this Pentax camera, taking a picture of him, but it's through the viewfinder screen. We're gonna end it on page 50, and this page says, all about LA. I moved there with my family when I was 8 and we stayed for 5 years. I loved it and have loads of great memories. It's so different from London, but it's a great place to grow up, and the weather's slightly better. Both of these pictures were taken by my friends at parties. I'm sure they were taken by your friends. It's just him making a face at a party and then him putting a dog in his sweater. We're gonna make it through this book. I can feel it. Maybe this year, maybe next year. I don't know. But we're gonna make it through, and we're gonna make it through together. Because there's gonna be a 4th part to this if you guys want to see it. When you think of a photography book, you think, okay, this is the photography of this person. Like these are his pictures. And it even says in the back, my photos, my words, my life. So it's being framed as his photography book. He took all these pictures, and yet a majority from what I've seen are pictures people have taken of him. He gives them no credit other than to say like, oh, my cousin took this or my mom took this. He's not even crediting Posh Spice from the Spice Girls. That's crazy. There's no direction in this book. There's no storytelling. And when there seems to be a little bit of a story going on, like for instance, the elephants in Kenya, or at least the shadow of the elephant, the silhouette of the elephant, we see the pictures of the elephants and then his mom interacting with the elephant. And then the next page is like a fireplace, or it's just a picture of a tree branch, completely unrelated. So I think the overall, like the storytelling in the book is non-existent, which really, I think that's my biggest issue. I mean, okay, the pictures being terrible, if there's at least a story, then I think the average person can get over the fact that, okay, maybe some of the pictures are blurry. If there's like a story behind it, right? There's a reasoning, but there's no reasoning, and there's nothing going on in this book. He has all the resources in the world to take great pictures. He could take a photography class. He could learn about lighting. He could do anything he wants. He literally went to Kenya and he was in the presence of beautiful elephants, not even just one elephant, multiple elephants, where he had a good camera with him. He could photograph them however he wanted. Okay, he had access to that, and look at the pictures he gave us from that. A silhouette of an elephant at best. I don't see any passion in these pictures. That's the problem.